everybody, it's Christine. This is day 24 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. I got my energy tea here, so I have to get about 3 layouts done today this morning before I head off anywhere, so I'm going to be busy. Let me show you today's sketch. It is by Miranda Weber, and it has lots of layers, okay? We have 2 pictures, a title, bunch of, all the journaling kind of stuff's down here. And we have a square. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paper layers. Whoop, whoop. What I decided to do, I had my daughter help me pick out some pictures, and she picked these out from her recent trip with my husband up to Colorado, Montana, and she really likes these pictures because, she's in nature. It's just stunning, right? There's a waterfall, and she's on like a bridge here. I think this actually made her nervous. It was over some kind of gorge or something. And y'all, hang on. No. Anyways, so she really liked these pictures. So I said, okay, we'll scrapbook those. And she wants to call it something like, I think she said adventures or something. But we found, I know what it was. She wants it to be, This Was a Perfect Day. That's our title. So I was having her help me pick stuff out. And I love this, like, celebrate this life and stuff like that. So I guess I should tell you. So the collection I chose is Vicki Boutin's Print Shop. I really feel like Vicki Boutin's stuff is so friendly toward outdoors pictures. I don't know what it is about it. I think because it's just so organic and so, kind of, what's the word, distressed sometimes looking, or just very, there's always these florals, but even just her solids and things like that, they just always feel very outdoorsy to me. Again, not that you can't use it for indoors, because obviously you got little glasses and stuff, but anyways, I love her stuff for that. So I'm going to go with that with this pictures. And I've got all the ephemera and everything. I put them in this little box because there's just 1,000 of them. So we got that. And I was sitting here and I started making decisions on my paper layers here. And I really kind of like, I haven't chosen everything because I'm kind of thinking this can be behind. I'm thinking this might be my square piece. I was kind of thinking this would be a layer. This could be a layer. So I still kind of need basically, I think 2 more layers, 3 more layers, 2 more layers. So I'm going to find those, and I'll have to map my photos and stuff. So let me find my other couple of layers here and get to cutting, and I'll come back on shortly. Y'all, I'm getting on here to show a goof up. I find it's a bit of a cathartic process when I show y'all my goof ups. I had this brilliant idea. This is the same piece of paper. This is one side, the green is the other side. And I had this brilliant idea. Oh, I'm going to be so thrifty. And I'm going to use the same paper, and I'm just going to gut the middle out, and I'm just going to flip it over and glue it down. Y'all, I don't know what I had done wrong. I thought, okay, so I'll use a piece of cardstock paper here just to glue it all down on. And y'all, I don't know what I have done. I don't guess I've matched up the right size. I don't know what. It's not matching. Y'all see these gaps here? So I'm going to end up using washi tape. I think I can use this little skinny piece. And it is a blue that kind of matches with the blue here. So my goal here is to use this washi tape to cover my boo-boo. And I show y'all this because I know sometimes I used to do this until reality hit me in the face a few times. It seems like YouTubers are so perfect, when they scrapbook. Because of course we have the benefit of editing. And so I find it helpful if I know where they goofed up and how to fix it. So I am showing y'all my goof up here and my strategy to fix it. So that looks pretty good now that I've done that. So sorry about this light, y'all. I'll keep bumping it. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to do that all the way around, and then we'll start again. All right. And this cat hopefully will stay out of my business. We'll see. Talk soon. Well, y'all, the cat will not stay out of my business, but hopefully we can get through this video and this voiceover. So what I've done at this point, I've cut all the papers according to what I think, the sketch kind of calls for, and I have scuffed the edges of everything. I did double mat the photos. I used the back side of a couple papers there, so they all kind of go, obviously. I decided the left-hand one I'm not going to put on foam, but the right-hand picture where she's on the bridge, I put on foam, and just to give it a little bit of dimension. And so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just gluing that down. And then I'm going to start kind of assembling my little the base page basically here. And I just kind of follow the sketch. I think I might be missing one layer or something. I definitely did. So I will tell you, the little striped, that one there, I cut that a little wider than the sketch kind of showed. She showed it more narrower than the square. But I kind of wanted to see these stripes, and I was going to be sad if I couldn't see them. So I went ahead and made it a little bit wider. And honestly, I like it. I think it looks good in the end with all my little embellishments and whatnot. And so anyway, I'm going to come in through here, and I'm going to do the little paper layers. And this is basically part of the sketch. And again, I've already pre-cut these and scuffed the edges, so I kind of knew where they were going to lay. And I'm just, again, I'm kind of coming from the top down. And this doesn't take me too long because, I mean, I spent most of the time off camera, obviously, prepping it. But even still, I don't think it really took me that long. I knew kind of what they needed to be and scuffed them and whatnot. But I love how this looks. I'm not going to lie. I think this layout turned out so beautiful. Vicky's things, her collections are just so beautiful. They're so, I don't know, like I said this before, organic and free-flowing. And it's funny because I don't necessarily think of myself as that kind of style, but I do love it. I can usually find some way to use her things. And I love it. So here's where I'm getting my title off my little foam deal. And I start with perfect because it's the biggest word. And I feel like, okay, this is where I need it to kind of go. The nice thing about being on these clear acetates, of course, I can kind of see where things are going to lay. So I end up with my title, obviously, is significantly larger than in the sketch. And so it takes up all the journal space, and it kind of comes up over underneath the picture. I mean, I'm definitely, expanding. And I guess that's the reason I don't end up with an embellishment cluster, where she kind of showed the third embellishment cluster. So mine ends up being more of a diagonal versus a triangle. But if you've watched me at all, you know that diagonals for me just feel very natural anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. So the title's going to be, this was a perfect day, rather. And I just think this is so pretty. I love this. I don't know what it is about this handwriting puffy font stuff, but I love it. I love it as a title. So now I'm going to get into my chipboard here, and I find these two little pieces. This is what I mentioned in the intro as well. It said celebrate this life, and I definitely want those on there. And I just kind of set them there for the moment. I don't really kind of push them hard or nothing like that. I thought about that upper right hand corner, and I go, no, that doesn't look right to me at all. So now here's where I'm going to start sorting through this ephemera. And I'm going to have to kind of apologize in one sense because it does take me a minute, but I kind of wanted you to see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of going through, instead of stars, I'm going to use flowers. And so I look at those little words there and I think maybe, but no, I'd put that away. Again, this ephemera, there's a lot of stuff about print, and because you can see that little paintbrush thing there, but there's also a lot of organic-y things like flowers and butterflies and green leaves. And so I'm really in love with that. So I will end up pulling out a bunch of the flowers. I'm just sorting through. This is actually 2 ephemera packs, by the way. And I think one of them is called Florals, which is probably at the bottom of my box, which go figure. And then the other one was like, I don't remember what they call it, but it's like the other set of ephemera, which is more iconic or whatever to the collection. So anyway, I'm going to make my way through these florals, and I'll kind of sort through these a little bit. I'll pick ones different here and there. I do put one butterfly on there, although that one that's on there right now I don't believe is the one I end up with. I think I end up with one that's a little darker. I try these little flowers here. I think maybe I can organize these a little bit, but I decide against that pretty quickly. Nope, going to stick with the round ones. So put that one back up in there. And it kind of balances that one in the upper right anyways. And so anyway, I'm going to keep going through here. I was thinking we were talking this morning about regrets. We were at breakfast time and thinking, we were kind of talking about like decisions you make and should you regret them. And I'm like, well, it's inevitable in life you have regrets because you're always deciding between something. Even if it's just one or two choices, you have to choose A or choose B. And, it's like a choose your own adventure. If y'all remember those back in the day, I think it was in the late 80s. There was these choose your own adventure books, and you'd read a little chapter or whatever, and it'd say you can either go down the hall or you can go outside or whatever, right? And then whatever you chose took you down a different path. Now, granted, those books we could go back and reread and make different choices, but in life, obviously, you can't do that. So my personal philosophy is whatever decisions you made them, and they're part of who you are, and you need to love yourself the way you are. And so I can't suggest that I regret just too much, but, you can only do what you can do. You make the best decision you can while the information you got is available to you. Now, why I went off and waxed philosophic at this moment, is that a word? Philosophic? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I guess maybe it's all the outdoorsy pictures where she's standing on a bridge and by a waterfall and all that. We were just kind of talking about it. But anyway, that was our morning breakfast talk. Y'all talk about deep conversation at 7:15 in the morning on a Saturday. Anyways, I've got all the clusters kind of built with these flowers. I did add some green leaves to the upper right up there, and it's going to take me a minute to glue everything down. So I do that off camera and come back, and I get back into my chipboard again, and I find a few little pieces. I do like this little blue flower. I kind of squeeze him up underneath there first, and then I think I pull him down. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit, and then I'm going to add little heart, there's little circles with hearts on them. I kind of looked through here for just a minute. I actually contemplated another little thing on top of the photograph, but I decided against it. Oh, I forgot. I added that little word awesome. I think that says awesome. It's a little chipboard word. But then I thought about like a little arrow and this and that, and then I decided against all that and just decided to do these little circles with the little hearts in them. And I'll put basically, I think 3 on each of my little clusters here. As I mentioned, you can see now I'm not going to be able to do the cluster like she showed on the triangle. But I'm not going to have a visual triangle. I'm going to have this diagonal design. So I'm just going to fill out these little, I just put these little pieces here just to kind of give a little sprinkle. I think of these as sprinkles, you know, like when you finalizing your dessert or whatever and you add sprinkles to your ice cream. I always like these little things where you add your little sprinkles and just kind of flesh it out. So I'm going to end up putting a few of these in each little clusters, and then I'm going to cut away because I started to do something with more of these, and I changed my mind and came back with and took them off and put it. So anyway, I cut all that part out, and so I end up with just a couple of these little gold stuff off the puffy stickers. She's always got little gold dots on her puffy stickers, and I love that because that's always a nice little sprinkle as well. So I'll add those in there, and then that's all I'm going to do. No mixed media with this one. She's got a lot going on anyways. It's all kind of rough looking, so I love how this looks, y'all. I'm actually really in love with this layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for listening to my deep conversation today. Hopefully it's not too much of a downer. I don't think it is. Anyways, don't forget to check out the playlist. Everybody playing along. We're almost done, y'all. Not too many days left. And if you could, I would really appreciate like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I want to do a nice hop and everything. And we will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.